Hello Wicked fans, welcome back! Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. So it's been a year since the first Wicked came out. So as I did last year, I did like a ranking of the soundtrack. So today it's time for me to rank the soundtrack for Wicked for Good. I just say, you know what, this will contain spoilers, so you are been warned in the first like few seconds of this video. So I would suggest watch the movie first or listen, or if you don't care, then why not? I think by the time this video comes out, it's been like, I feel like it's almost been like a week since that movie came out, and I really liked it. Like I was gonna say almost loved it. I had some issues with it, especially once the Wizard of Oz connection, especially with the little like plot holes and the timing and stuff, and some character choices, especially like with Dorothy and like the Thin Man and stuff. But otherwise, it's such like a great movie. It's a great conclusion. It feels satisfying with the end, especially if you really love Glenda and Alphaba. So that's my overall little bit of my thoughts about the movie. So today we're gonna be talking about the songs. Those are like the superstar for like the Wicked franchise. I only seen this movie once by the time this video is recorded, so I did this ranking on immediately after my screening. I watched it on a Wednesday, like an early screening, and so I did that after that screening. I did it in my car right away. I just did like the ranking of the song based on first impression. So if you want to play this game with me, please feel free to do it down below. If you want any more like Wicked content like this, please make sure to subscribe and like in my channel. If you want more exclusive videos in my channel, please make sure to check out more on my Patreon account. Right into it. Well, let me just get my Wicked water bottle. There she is. Okay, so my overall thoughts, before I do my ranking, I'm going to share you all my overall thoughts about the soundtrack. I've seen this, I listened to, it's my first reaction, like listening to the songs while watching the movie, so I know it in full context. I think like I agree, the first act is a lot better. It's like more iconic than the second, but there's a but. Unlike the first one is iconic, there's not so, I mean, there's like a few ballad songs, maybe one. I mean, Defying Gravity is a ballad song. Yeah, a ballad song. I'm Not That Girl, which we'll get into it. There's a reprise for this one. But I feel like the sequel does a better job with the ballads, more about like character development, about like the consequences of what the characters went through in the first act and their consequences with the second act. So they're kind of singing about the effects after what happened in the first one. So I feel like the sequel does a better job with ballads. There's tons of ballads with this sequel movie, but it's not as iconic as the first one, I gotta say. Like, I mean, I feel like Broadway fans will probably like this. I heard lots of reviews of it, which I definitely agree with. It's very like Broadway. I think most of the songs I just need more time with it, more like understanding of it. But I feel like emotionally this half of it is like better than the first one. But I feel like the first one is more iconic. It's more fun. It's very like show tuning, like a normal movie music. This one's like very Broadway. So that's my initial thoughts when, you know, listening / watching it for the first time, seeing the full context. So again, without further ado, we have to rank 11 songs. And in last place, this was not hard, but somebody's gotta be in last place. I think some people might put it in the last place too. I put The Wicked Witch of the East. I feel like, I don't know why that's a song title, but it is. She only mentioned it towards the end of the song. This is basically Nessa's Rose's song. And yes, this is infamously not in the original Broadway, which they couldn't spoil it, because this would happen to Bach when he turned into a Tin Man. That was like horrifying to like watch. I really do feel bad for him. I'm kind of mixed. I do, but not really, because like it took so long for him to confess that he still loves Glinda over Nessa Rose, and Nessa Rose finally finds out about it officially. I thought she found out about it towards the end of the Wicked part 1, but not really. But anyway, she's like a horrible person. She's more worse in the sequel. So this one is more about like I thought her transferring into the Wicked Witch of the East, but not really. It's just more on her seeing her emotion. I mean, like, I think the only thing that's memorable is what happened in the song, but what the plot of this song, not so much like musically and stuff. I don't remember what the chorus was. I just remember like what happened in this number. It felt like very like soap opera-y, but like kind of like a little bit of parody. I forgot that Alphaba is in this number. Yes, Cynthia is in this number. And your girl Alphaba is trying to help you, girl, and she is just being stubborn, doesn't want help, and look what happened to her after she didn't listen to her sister. That song was okay. It's not really as memorable as the other ones. Like, I don't even remember how the song was. I just remember like what happened during that number. That's the thing that I only remember. And yeah, I like how each three of them have their own verse instead of just her being an SRO song. So they did a pretty good job with the number. I just musically, I just don't remember much about that number. That's what she's in last place. So number 10 is I decided to put No Place Like Home. That is the new Alphaba song. I think it's because like I didn't even know, like, yes, this shows like her, I guess, like her I Want song, like what her motive is with this movie about like helping out with the animals and talking about home, because Oz is being like a scary place for her. Like, she's hiding, even the animals too, and she's just talking about like how she doesn't want to leave us because she has some business to finish and stuff. And I feel like this song is, in my opinion, I think it's a little bit like, I think I'm gonna get some hate, but I think it's a little bit like, it's very slow. It is a ballad song. I think the end of the song, I remember my brain, what's missing is like Cynthia's iconic like riff at the end at least, but there wasn't really, I remember the song just ended abruptly because what happened in the next scene with this number, and I don't know, I just feel like I need to listen to it again. It just didn't really like stand out to me. I didn't know we were doing a number already. I just thought that she's just talking to the animals, and unfortunately just wasn't really like memorable. I just wish that it was more in the cutting board, unfortunately. It just wasn't really like the best, which is very sad because I thought it had so much potential, but it just didn't. It might change as time goes on, but that's just my initial reaction, my first initial thoughts with that song. Okay, so number 9 is March of the Witch Hunter. The reason I put it last is because this number kind of reminds you of Beating the Beast with like the Gaston flash mob. This is towards the end. I feel like this song just came out of nowhere. Like, I'm like, why is Bach? I understand why Bach is like, the Tin Man is in charge of this like mob. But if you're following it from the original film, like The Wizard of Oz, there was no like, I remember a scene when Bach was like, yeah, let's go after the witch. It's just more like, they did went to the woods. I just don't remember that part of him being like very hateful to the witch. I remember in the original, he was very scared of the witch. So him being, I understand him being upset, like, with that content. It's just more like, if you're trying to connect with the original Wizard of Oz 1939 movie, it's just like, that's the thing with the plot holes with this music number. But it's not bad. The chorus were amazing with this number. It gives you high tension. It just reminds me of like Beauty and the Beast with the Gaston flash mob. That's why I think there's just better ones than the March of the Witches Hunter. It wasn't really like a Witches Hunter. It just felt like the mob song, I would say. They could have added some like a little bit of like Encanto. We don't talk about Bruno melody towards the end, but there's that. Okay, so number 8. I know some people will be upset with me, like which song is at the bottom, but I put Thank Goodness and I Couldn't Be Happier. And I noticed that the movie's a little bit different from the Broadway. I thought the Broadway takes place in like Emerald City, but this one takes place in Oz. I mean, it's been a while since I saw like the Wicked Broadway, like almost 10 years when I was in London, but like I remember in the Broadway it just looked like she was in Emerald City with like a different microphone, but in the movie there's no microphone. I feel like this one, like, it was okay. Like it was more like about like a hopeful song, and it turned into sad because of like, sorry, it's not sad, she's happy because she at this time she got engaged with Freer, trying to keep the Munchkins hopeful and stuff. It just again wasn't like really like the only thing I remember is the chorus, but I don't remember much about like the verse and like what happened. I feel like there was just not so much happening. It's just Glinda telling like the people like a speech kind of, instead of like, you know, I know it's in the Broadway song, a Broadway show. It just wasn't really like popular favorite, but I feel like that could be a grower as time goes on, but I just put her in number 8. So I think this song should be called I Couldn't Be Happier, so thank goodness. I think I need to listen to it again. I put in number 8 because, you know, number 8. So anyway, number 7 is the opening number of this number. I put it number, every day more Wicked. I think my only biggest problem with this song is just a little bit of the same melody as the first one. You see a little bit of you hear a little bit of like Popular, What Is This Feeling, No One Mourns the Wicked. That's a very big song. That's a little bit of a reprise. I think that song is more like a reprise with the original first act, kind of. I mean, it's a great number, great way for, I think that number is great for the casuals that really love the first, don't know much about Act 2, for them to get like a vibe of the world and Wicked again. Just like, oh, you remember these tunes? Like, it's just more, I felt like general audience, just remember this tune because we won't revisit, we might revisit them as the movie goes on, but like we're gonna be introducing like brand new songs. So it just felt like stay there, like it felt like a little bit like nostalgic, a little bit, oh, remember that song? And then as the movie goes on, they're like, it's gone. And I feel like that number, when I first saw it, it felt a little bit rushed. It felt like, oh man, we only have like a few seconds to add this verse for Glinda and then Alphaba. And I remember the number felt a little bit rushed. On my first viewing and listening to it, it felt like so much was happening in like a short. It just felt like I was watching like a 2-speed version of it, not like fully take their time. Just felt like there was a little bit rushed. So she's number 7. I don't mind, it's very nostalgic and it's a perfect way to like open up the movie again, kind of like a little recap of what's happening, where it's everybody going on, but could have done something better with that. Okay, so number 8, I put Wonderful. This song reminds me of like when you go to Disneyland, especially the instrumental, and then you are in a carousel. There you go. I'm putting Universal an idea. Make a Wicked carousel ride and play this song when they do carousel. That would be like such a perfect song. That's what it reminds me. It feels like a little bit of like the 50s, like the golden age of the musical type of number. I know in the Broadway version, Glinda wasn't even that number. It was just Alphaba and the Wizard. I'm glad for this version they added Glinda on it because it makes a lot more sense. And adding Glinda to it makes the song a little bit better. I love Ariana and Jeff vocally. I think Ariana's such a good singer that matches the same tone as like Jeff, since like they both have different. I know Grace Randolph said like, this is like a business song. I understand, like I don't like the business angle with it, with like the speaking, like singing. I don't know. There's just she's at the bottom because it's just more like a little bit. I love the chorus of it, like wonderful, and the instrumental. I'm not really a big fan of like how the song went with the verses. I just felt like it's more like a business talk, and I think that number is trying to show us, the audience, like what is the Wizard's motivation. Why does he want Alphaba to be in his side? As we know, after this number, it didn't end up going that well because we found out that he was actually hiding more animals inside her because the Wizard is a con artist. He's a con artist. He's a wizard, but he's a wizard con artist. Like the chorus, that's why she is almost at the top 5. I love the rainbow silhouette that's in the trailer a lot. And I feel like lots of people recreated on TikTok when Alphaba and Glinda were like spinning around. I think that's one of the happiest moments for both Alphaba and Glinda until everything goes downhill after that. So yeah, she's number 6. It's like a fun carousel music, I would say, especially with the chorus. So yeah, she's number 6. So number 5 is I'm Not That Girl reprise. This is Glinda's version. Boy, the reason I put in number 5 because I just had like an emotional memory watching this. Because after not only her wedding was a disaster, Fiyero left her with Alphaba, and then her finding out that Fiyero this entire time actually loves Alphaba, not so much with Glinda's like reaction to all of it. All at once, the way Ariana sang the song is so beautiful. You could feel her heartbreak. It's a little bit of a short song. It's a different style of music from the first one with Alphaba versus Glinda singing it. It's very heartbreaking. I love the emotional impact with what she's going through. Like, girl, it's like a big story. A big storm is coming. This is just like the start of her storm. But it's a great song for her to sing after what's going on and her processing the heartbreak and her realizing she's not that girl anymore. It's very sad, and Ariana does a fabulous job acting and singing in this number. So that's why she's number 5. So yeah, we're in the top 5 now. So as we move to number 4, I put A Girl in a Bubble. It took me a while to get the hype of the song towards the end because I just had a little bit of an emotional reaction to it, especially with Ariana's high note towards the end. My only problem with this song is she's a little bit slow. I feel like I need to listen to it and read like the lyrics to understand what she's saying, what she's going through. I know what she's going through. It's just very confused where she is in the world. But like, I just love, it just felt, that song really felt like a Disney princess, like, heartbreak song, like when everything falls apart, and then it's like a classic Disney princess, like something that Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty would sing, or like Ariel or Belle with their big ball gown in their castle and crying and singing about what's going on in their story. That's when it reminds you of the girl in the bubble, especially when she was singing in her big dress and stuff, and her realizing it. I thought they could have added a little bit more of emotional punch, but then saving it, instead of saving it towards like the end of the song. The song, I remember my first thought, it reminds me of like my first initial listen to like The Smallest Ones Ever Live. Like it's like a angry lyric, but it took so long to get there, almost towards the bridge of that song. So the girl bubble kind of reminds me of that for the Wicked version. She's number 4. I think she'll get nominated. I don't know if she's gonna win after listening to it, but like, that's a great addition for the new song. I like that one more than No Place Like Home. Sorry, Alphabet, but I like Glinda's song. Okay, so we're moving on to the top 3. Let me know what is your top 3 of the Wicked for Good. Here's mine. Number 3 is For Good. I know. People will be upset, like, why is it number 1? Or she said at least top 3. I feel like in order for you to really like the song, is you have to be really, to be enjoyable, very like gut-wrenching, is you have to be really invested with Alphaba or Glinda's like relationship, friendship, or some people would say romantic relationship a little bit. It's very heartbreaking. I think this song is a great like goodbye song, or a great like parting ways with your best friend type of song, or any just lovers or anybody in general. It's such a beautiful song, and it's I feel like the way John Chiu like filmed it is kind of like how you would see in the Broadway show. I love the colors are still there. It's still dark. It's very sad. This is before Alphaba does what happens to her, if you know like the original Wizard of Oz, before she gets melted by Dorothy and before she makes that sacrifice. And it's just her, they said we're not going to see each other for a while. It's a very like heartbreaking song for them to forgive each other after everything they went through in this movie. And it's a great great way to end like the movie a little bit. So, like great hurrah for finale. It's a very sad song, and I wish I could have added a little bit of emotional punch, but like she was still beautiful. Like it's a beautiful song, and I like that song. That's why she's number 3. It's a great, like, if you're feeling sad, listen to this song. It's like a great goodbye. It heals your heart. It's a great song. So anyway, we're number 2. Number 2 is As Long As You're Mine. Oh my god, I never watch a movie where I'm like, yes, I'm rooting for like the couple that is bad to Glinda, but like they're meant to be together. Like, I was very happy for Elba. That number was so sexy, especially Jonathan Bailey, like him being shirtless. It was, and like they're emotional. It makes you almost cry, like how happy they are. And like, I mean, it kind of sucks how this happened a few moments after Glinda's wedding, their wedding and stuff. They started to like hooking up, but it was such like a beautiful, sexy scene. I feel like it gives so much to the Broadway version. I love like a good like emotional ballad song, and Jonathan Bailey's vocal was amazing. It was heart-wrenching. You can feel like the romantic feelings with each other. And boy, those actors, Cynthia and Jonathan, really go for it if you see it in the movie screen. And that was such like an emotional, romantic experience in the movie that I remember I was like cheering once that song was on. It was just beautifully shot. Like there's a picture of it and them like flying and kissing, about to have sex, you know? But that was such a beautiful song. I love that song. I love the number, and I love the emotional punch. Again, you need to be an Alphaba and Fuero-san to really enjoy it. If you're not, then you probably would not like that song. So yeah, number 1 is I Love No Good Deeds. That one is like such a great song. It's like hides up better from Defining Gravity. I mean, Defining Gravity is like a better song, that one, but like that was, I love how the ending, that's what I need to see Cynthia like riff. She riffed a little bit towards the end. You could feel like the emotional pain that she's going through with the song, and doing like her witchcraft and her transforming officially to like the like Wicked Witch of the West of what you see her in the Wizard of Oz. And that was just like chef's kiss. That was like beautiful. I felt so sad. I'm like, I want to watch that sequence again. I want to listen to that sequence again. That was beautiful. I mean, it's not as good as like what is this feeling, but it's like top 5. It's one of my favorite numbers. So I love a good like villain song that ends in a high note, and it's them transforming their personality, feeling their anger. It was such a beautiful song. So yeah, those are my rankings of the Wicked for Good soundtrack. Let me know in the comments below, what is your top 3 or your top 11 songs that you like? Do you like the first one or the second one more? Share those thoughts down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this ranking video. It's a very long one, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Wicked for Good. Do you like the first one or the second one? And I'll see you all on the next video. Okay, bye! No good deed goes unpunished. My throat, okay. Favorite number, which really surprised me. I thought it's gonna be Defying Gravity, but no. It is actually... Oh, wait, that's it? Okay.